going to take a few minutes to talk about a career fair and why should you care. So career fair, why should I care? We're going to talk about a few things today. So what we're going to learn about is what a career fair is. We're going to talk about the benefits of attending a career fair, and then we're also going to talk very briefly about what you can do to plan for what you're going to do at the actual fair. So what is a career fair? To start off, just to give you a little bit of background, way back when there weren't things like the internet, people used to find jobs on bulletin boards in the newspaper. They used to actually have to call up organizations. And so the benefit of a career fair back then was that there was some personal interaction for somebody to have with an individual from an organization. These days, you can go on things like Rutgers Newark Handshake, you can Google for jobs, and you don't necessarily have to find ways to get connected to those job postings. However, the career fair still gives you an opportunity to be able to ask questions above and beyond the job posting, to learn a little bit more about an organization beyond what you're able to see just on a website. So even though things have changed in terms of how people find jobs, the value of a career fair is still that you get to learn more than what you see just in a job posting. So the other piece about this is that websites really are impersonal. A lot of times you're going to see what you see in that left hand image where you're just completing an application form online and you're hitting submit on that. What you see on the right-hand side is actually a demo of what you're going to experience in Rutgers Newark Handshake for the virtual career fair, which is that you actually are going to be able to see a representative in person, and you're going to be able to have chat conversations and ask some questions about what is the timeline? What kinds of skills are you looking for? What's most valued in that application? And so that's where there is that benefit of going above and beyond that website, learning a little bit more through the benefit of a career fair. So I show you this photo just as a way for you to get a sense of this is what the virtual fair is going to look like for you as an experience. Okay, so why should you care? And I think a lot of times if you are not looking for a job or an internship right away, sometimes it feels like I don't need to do this until that moment is coming. But the reason that I think it's really helpful for you to think about attending a career fair now is because you get to look and see what a career fair looks like, how it works. You actually will be able to learn from recruiters in a virtual career fair, which is what you're going to experience. You get to decide how much you speak. You can actually attend a group session, sit there, listen to what the recruiters have to say. If you don't want to engage in chat, if you don't want to ask them questions out loud, you don't have to. So this might be a way for you to understand what things are said during these fairs, what kinds of things you can learn about. You can hear what questions other people have. The other benefit of this is that there are a lot of organizations that have early opportunities, such as open houses, different programs that you can actually attend even if you're not applying for any sort of opportunity with them. So this is true of not only organizations who have employment or internship opportunities, but also graduate and professional schools where they may have visit days, they may have different programs for you to get a feel for what would it be like if I were really interested in pursuing this path. So a few things that I want you to think about in terms of what you need to know is that in a career fair, you want to find out what opportunities are available. Just like I mentioned, there might be open houses, there may be other visit days or things like that. And so you don't want to just ask about internships or jobs, but what other things might be there. Some of the other things that you can ask about are what kinds of skills or qualifications are desired, and what the timeline might look like for when a position opens, how quickly they go through applications, when the positions would actually start it. But as I'm saying all of this, the other thing about this, and the reason that I say do this early, is because you can just be curious. So if you're seeing organizations that you think, hey, I just don't even know what they do, that can be the benefit of attending a career fair. Not every visit with a recruiter, not every group session has to be with somebody who is like your prime target, somewhere where you absolutely say that's your goal. There's no pressure to apply for anything when you attend a career fair. So this is where you have the opportunity to be able to explore and just see what's out there. And this can be a great way for you just to understand what are the possibilities that I might want to think about. Okay, so if you decide that you actually do want to speak to a recruiter, here are some things that you can think about saying to them. One can be that you make an introduction about yourself. Some of the things you might mention in that might be your major, some of the plans you have in mind, maybe why you decided to visit their booth, why you decided to attend their session. It might be to understand what exactly are those opportunities. You might see the postings that they're sharing, but again, as I've been mentioning, you might want to ask about, are there special events? Are there other programs above and beyond the postings? It also may be a great way for you to ask for advice. Again, what makes somebody really competitive when they do decide to apply? But certainly if you're not ready to apply, I've seen lots of students ask early on, well, what should I be doing now? So if I'm just starting out in college, what kinds of things should I think about doing so that when I'm ready to apply, I'm actually really prepared and I will look competitive? So these are some of the starting things that you can ask of recruiters, and this can be, again, a really good way for you to practice before you feel like this is really the time that counts. Okay, so for the virtual career fair that's happening on October 14th, what I would encourage for you to do is plan your schedule now. So if you go into Rutgers Newark Handshake, you will see the 2020 Fall Career Fair. What you're going to want to do is click on the register button, and then as you register, you'll see all of the different organizations, all of the different times, whether they're one-on-one or group sessions, and you can actually register for those now so that you know when you're going to actually attend any of these sessions, get some more information. So I would encourage for you to do that now so that you're prepared and you're able to reserve those slots. Okay, so what we covered today are just some quick things for you to get a sense of what a career fair is, learn some of the benefits of attending a career fair, and plan what you can do during this fair. So last slide is definitely feel free to stay connected with us through our website, careers.newark.rutgers.edu. If you've got any questions, definitely we have lots of things to get you prepared. Are happy to send us an email, careers@newark.rutgers.edu. Stay connected with us on Instagram, CDC_run, and hopefully we will see you at the career fair. Thanks so much.